Yes, I did. Arrived in Korea in very first part of 1955. It was a year after the war ended, and it was relatively quiet. There was no fighting at that time. They shipped me up to to an area. We were the lead howitzer or artillery battery, Charlie Battery, about 3 miles south of Panmunjom in the Munsan Valley. And it was the 49th Field of the 7th Division. The 7th Division was 1/3 Korean. Made little difficulty in communicating with the Korean farm boys. But it worked periodically. And after 6 months there of relatively inactive occupation, I was able to finagle a transfer to Division Artillery Headquarters. At that point, I remember I got my first shower, which was nice. And once I remember it was warm, the water was warm. You didn't get it very often, but it was nice. It was totally different, really. It was more of an administrative operation, and it allowed me to mix with a lot of people that I normally would never have had a chance to meet. It allowed me then, the time that I was in the service, it got me to start to prioritize my life. Up to that time, I was just a so-so college student. My brother had gotten a PhD, and I did not follow him, obviously. And I thought, and then also worked briefly during summer vacations in an assembly line at a brewery. And I thought there has to be something better than this. And the Army also told me that the Army was not my calling. And I was actually a volunteer draft at the time. It merely meant that you were drafted, you merely volunteered to go in at a specific time. And it worked out well for me. I was able then to buckle down and finish college, did a little graduate school, and I was more focused. And so I would really, it's always been my thought that we should have a draft. It allows that gap between high school and college. For some people it helps, maybe others it didn't. I was in short of 2 years, because when you went to Korea, they brought you home after 16 months. So I still had about a month and a half, and at Fort Lewis they said, "We get you people out of here. We pay you off. We muster you out. We don't want you here any longer because you're nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble."